Imagine you have an assistant and you need them to go to the store. If you gave them instructions like this, one separate note for every single item, it would be super confusing, right? They'd have a handful of notes and could easily lose one. In programming, we have the same problem. We can create a separate variable for every single item, but it gets messy and impossible to manage very quickly. There has to be a better way. Just in real life, the better way is to give a single node with all the items listed in it. We would do the same in Python using Python lists. We create a list using square brackets, and we separate each item inside with a comma. For example, our shopping list now has three items: milk, eggs, and bread. Now, all our items are neatly organized in one place inside our shopping list variable, so much cleaner. Okay, so we have our list, but how do we get just one specific item out of it? What if we just want to check the first item on the list? I know in real life we start counting from 1, but computers like to start from 0. So the first item on the list is at position 0. So milk, the first item, is at position 0. Eggs is at position 1, and bread is at position 2. This position is called the index. To get an item, we use its index in square brackets. So shopping list brackets index 0, position 0, will give us back milk. A shopping list isn't permanent. You might remember something else you need. What if you forgot to add cheese? You wouldn't rewrite the entire list, right? You'd just grab a pen and add cheese to the bottom of that paper. Python lists can also be changed. To add a new item to the very end of a list, we use a special command called append. Think of append as meaning add to the end. We just tell our list which item to append, and Python handles the rest. For example, here we're appending cheese to the end of the list. So the cheese will be added at position 3 to our existing list. All right, let's see this in action and build our own shopping lists. All right, I've got my VS Code open. I'm inside a Jupyter notebook. Let's create our shopping list. So I'm gonna define a shopping list variable, and we're gonna have our items: milk, eggs, and bread. Now we can print our variable to see its value. So if we run this, we see that it has 3 items. Now, let's say we want to access the first item, in this case, milk. We can access the first item using index 0. So we can do shopping list, name of the variable, and then brackets. And to access the first item, we use index 0. This is very important. Counting starts from 0 in Python. So if we run this, we will get milk. Similarly, to access the second item, we can use index 1. So if we run this, we will get the second item, which is eggs. To access the last item, we can use brackets -1. -1 will give you the last item of a list. So if we run this, it will give us bread. Now, how about adding a new item to our list? So what if we forgot to add cheese to our list? We can do this easily in Python using the append method. So we will write our existing list, and then we would do dot append. And with this append, we can add anything to the end of the list. So if we now print again our shopping list, we will see that now it has this item cheese at the end of the list. All right, let's define another shopping list. Let's say we have shopping list new, and it has its own 2 items: apples and potatoes. Now, let's say we want to combine our 2 lists into one single list. Let's say we want to have all the items in this second list in our original list. So what we can do is we can type shopping list, our original list, and then we can use the extend method to add all the items from the second shopping list. And for this, we would just write down the name of the variable, the list variable. And let me print now the shopping list. I'm going to also print before extending that we can see the difference. So basically, we have our original shopping list variable, and here we're extending it with the items that are taken from the shopping list new. If we run this, we will see that we have 2 new items in our original shopping list. So before I let you go, I would like to also mention Python's length function, which can be used to get the number of items in our list. So let's say I want to know how many items our shopping list has. I can use length and then the name of the variable. And if we run this, we will get 8. So we have 8 items in our list. In this video, we learned about Python lists and some basic operations on the list. In the next video, we will learn about Python for loops. See you in the next video.